What is up, everyone? It is your boy Razorbacks Roy, and welcome back to another SEC prediction. We are doing the Ole Miss Rebels next. Ole Miss finished off the season with their first 10-win season in franchise in history. How will they fare out this season? They're losing their star quarterback Matt Corral. How will they fare out this season? Well, let's go on with the predictions. So this is pretty much of an easy schedule to start out with. They start off with Troy. Troy is not a team to mess around with. They did upset LSU back in 2017, so this is a Sun Belt team to not mess around with. But obviously, it's Lane Kiffin. I think Ole Miss will sneak out the win over Troy. And then they get Central Arkansas, FCS opponent. That's going to be a win. Then they go on the road at Georgia Tech. Obviously, Georgia Tech is not really much of a good team, but it is a road game, so it might be a little tricky at first, but Ole Miss will get the win. And then you get Tulsa. This is kind of an easy non-conference schedule for Ole Miss. They had a hard one last year, but this is kind of an easy one for Ole Miss. Tulsa, they should beat Tulsa right there to start 4-0 on the season. And then they get Kentucky at home. This is where conference play starts. This is where the tougher part starts. Kentucky is has high expectations coming into the year, so they should be a really good team coming into this game. But it's at home, and Ole Miss has really good game day advantage on the Grove, so I have Ole Miss winning that one. And then they go on the road to face off Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's not really much of a good team, so that's a win right there. And then they get Auburn at home. Auburn is really not going to be. They're going to be a mediocre average team. I think Ole Miss will get that win at home. And then they get on the road at LSU. LSU bringing in Brian Kelly. They're going to be they're going to be a team to watch out for next season, but obviously I think Ole Miss will go on the road and get a win. They are now 8-0. They are 8-0. They are looking pretty good. They are looking like they're about to go 12-0, but then the tougher part of the schedule comes there. Right there. They go on the road to face off Texas A&M. Texas A&M is bringing some true talent at quarterback. Some true talent. They are a young team, but Texas A&M I think will upset Ole Miss, and Ole Miss is going to suffer their first loss of the season on the road at Texas A&M. Then they get Alabama at home. Alabama is going to be tough to stop next season, even though it is at home. I think it will be close for Alabama. Ole Miss has a second highest chance to upset. Third highest chance to upset Alabama. Second is Texas A&M, and the first is Arkansas. So I think Ole Miss will keep this game close for around the half. Keep this game really close for the whole game. But in the end, it's Alabama. They're going to pull away. They win that one. And then they go on the road at Arkansas. Last year was a shootout. It was the best game of 2021. Unfortunately, Ole Miss ended up winning that game 52-51. But this time, it's on the road in Fayetteville. It's at home in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and Arkansas is losing some talent, but they're bringing in some key transfers. They're bringing in a lot of talent. They're reloading that roster, so I think Ole Miss will be able to keep it close for a while, but I just don't see Ole Miss going on the road and beating Arkansas in Fayetteville. Now, I think Arkansas gets the win right there. So now, Ole Miss has suffered 3 losses in a row after starting off 8-0, but then they get Mississippi State. This could be the game that could get Ole Miss to 9-3 on the season. Mississippi State is known to be a good team, but I think Mississippi State is going to be a team that we need to watch out for next season because they could end up surprising some people. And you know what? I got Mississippi State upsetting Ole Miss and beating the Rebels in an upset. And that means Ole Miss will finish off the season at 8-4. So with So with losing Matt Corral, Snoop Connor, and all those guys, it's going to be really hard for them. They got an easy schedule to start off with. They got a really good, easy schedule to start off with. But then that tougher part gets them. But then the tougher part of the schedule really gets to them. And that's how they finish off the season at 8-4. The tougher part of the schedule gets to them. And so I think 8-4 for the Ole Miss Rebels.